Thank you for joining the newsroom again for headlines making the rounds. I am Simisola Atiku. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, says it will appeal the court ruling that acquitted and discharged former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, who was discharged of alleged 6.9 billion naira fraud by the Federal High Court in Lagos on Wednesday. In a statement posted via its official X handle, the commission says it is reviewing the ruling delivered by Justice Chukwujeku Aneke and is already briefing its legal team in preparation for an appeal. Following the resignation of Nigeria's former Vice President Atiku Abubakar from the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Festus Keyamo has faulted him for issuing his resignation letter with Nigeria's coat of arms. Keyamo raised this observation on X on Wednesday, where he remarked that Atiku's decision to use the coat of arms of the federal government in his private or political communications when he stopped being a functionary of the federal government is morally and legally wrong. And former President Olusegun Obasanjo has asserted that Nigeria's problems stem from its leadership rather than the constitution itself. In a letter delivered on Wednesday at the National Summit on the Future of Nigeria's Constitutional Democracy in Abuja, Obasanjo stressed that the true challenge does not lie in the constitution, but with the people tasked with enforcing and operating it. He warned that even the strongest constitution can be twisted or abused by those in charge of enforcing it. A former registrar at the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Dibu Ojerinde, has reopened talks with the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, for an out-of-court settlement of the 5.2 billion naira fraud case instituted against him, both sides said on Wednesday. This comes just weeks after the trial judge ordered him to open his defense and 2.5 years after the first settlement talks failed. The judge has adjourned the case to October 20 for an update on settlement talks or, if unresolved, for the defense to begin its case. On business, the Forum of Commissioners of Power and Energy Nigeria, FOCPEN, has warned that the proposed 2025 Electricity Act Amendment Bill could shift over 5 trillion naira in unpaid subsidies to electricity consumers. In a joint statement, FOCPEN criticized the bill for creating new federal institutions and funds whose cost would be passed on to consumers, potentially raising electricity tariffs further. The forum also condemned plans to fund the Power Consumer Assistance Fund through mandatory contribution, arguing it unfairly burdens consumers already facing high tariffs. In other countries, British armed police have threatened to arrest a peaceful protester under the Terrorism Act after accusing her of supporting the recently banned activist group Palestine Action. 42-year-old Laura Merton held up signs indicating her support during a demonstration in Canterbury, though neither sign mentioned the group. Officers, however, claimed her views aligned with those of the proscribed organization. And on sports, Super Falcons forward Chiwendu Ihezwo is among the players battling for the top scorer award at the ongoing 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. Ihezwo, who plays for Mexican club Pachuca, has scored 2 goals in 3 appearances for Nigeria in Morocco. The striker, however, has a tough battle on her hands if she hopes to win the award at the end of the tournament. Morocco captain Giziane Chebak and Senegal star Nguena Ndiaye lead the scoring chart with 4 goals each. And those are the news stories at this time. Join us in the next hour for more updates.